Yo, this is Chuck, and welcome to the How to Defeat Dudes video blog. So what's been really cool since I started the How to Defeat Dudes series is that I've been getting a ton of different comments on all the different shows. And since all you guys are so cool as to make comments, I thought the least I can do is to take the time to read all of them, and then whenever possible respond. Now, not too long ago, YouTube user Matt125HEW456 was watching episode 2 of the show on bear hugs, and he posed the question, would you do a high kick if you had the chance to? So basically his question is, can you do a high kick in a street fight? Well, let me tell you. So Matt, buddy, this one's for you. Can you do a high kick in a street fight? Now my answer to that is unequivocally yes. But if and only if high kicks are your strongest skill set. Now me personally, as much as I used to love kicking dudes in the head back in the day as a ring fighter, I probably wouldn't throw a high kick in a street fight. Unless the guy was just really drunk and didn't have any kind of a guard up at all and distancing was like perfect. And I wouldn't throw it for 2 reasons. One, because at this point, I'm an older guy with a lot of old fight injuries and I'd probably throw my back out trying. And 2, because head kicks were never really my strongest skill set. The fact of the matter is, if you get yourself into any kind of really bad situation, what's really gonna save you is doing what you've trained in the most and doing what you're best at. Not doing what looks cool or not even doing what everyone else says works on the street. That means if you've got a really great axe kick, then use your frickin' axe kick. Don't be like, oh, okay, well I've gotta tackle the guy because that's what works in a street fight, and then end up on the ground and then get pounded because you don't know how to fight on the ground. Use what you have and use what you're good at. That's where your reaction time is gonna be your fastest. That's what, you've got the most best chance of actually connecting with. Now, since I got you guys here anyway, if you don't mind, why don't we go ahead and take a minute to take a look at some of the relative advantages and disadvantages of kicking at different heights. Shall we? Yosh! Okay, this is Michael. He's going to be helping us out today. Say what's up, player. What's up, player? Okay. Low kick! Go ahead and give me a low kick, either to the inside, boom, or to the outside of the leg, boom. Okay? Now, the great advantage of using low kicks in a fight is that it allows you to take out a person's structure. Okay? In a lot of ways, taking out a person's body is kind of like taking out a building, and there's 3 ways to do it very quickly. One is you take out the structural support, meaning the legs. The other is that you take out the plumbing, meaning the circulatory system or their blood flow. Okay? Or 3, you take out the electrical, meaning the nervous system. Okay? So legs are a good way to take out structure. Another good advantage of going low is that it's not all that easy for me to grab it without bending down a little bit, in which case you could go ahead and just clock me with this punch anyway, okay? I have to reach down a little bit to grab it, okay? Now, the disadvantage of kicking low is that as the kick comes in, boom, as you can see, I'm still clearly within punching range, so if I'm smart, if I know what I'm doing, I can just go ahead and just clock him anyway. Middle kick! Go ahead and hit me with the middle kick, boom, okay? Middle section kick. Now, as you can see, the obvious advantage with this is that from this range, I can't reach him with a punch. Okay, so he's in a position where he can attack me, I can't attack him. So in that regard, he's at an advantage. Now, the problem with kicking middle is that if his kick isn't that strong, or if it's not that fast, and I'm smart, then I can grab it anyway, boom, and then I can clock him, and he's off balance because he's only got one leg. The other thing I could do from here too is I can lock up, come in, boom, and then just take him right to the ground. And if you've never been trained on how to fight on the ground, you really don't want to end up on the ground in a street fight. Not a very good position to be in. Okay? So that's the advantage and disadvantage of middle section kicks. High kick! A high kick, boom, right across the face. Now the great thing about kicking high is that if you connect, it's absolutely going to be lights out, and they're probably going to go right down. And it's going to be fight over. Everybody's going to be like,
oh, so good! Oh that was like ridiculously awesome! I couldn't believe that happened. Oh my god.
Anything else, you're going to look super cool. And it's over and you don't really get hurt. The bad thing is that high kicks take more time, and if you miss, you're going to be off balance. Okay? Which means that after his kick, after he kicks, boom, I can come back in and just clock him, just like you saw, or again, I can rush him, I can take him down. So as you can see, there's a lot of advantages and disadvantages of kicking at the 3 different heights. So again, guys, in closing, what I really want to stress is that what's going to save you in any kind of a bad situation is doing what you're best at. Not doing what might look cool, or not doing what everybody else says works for them, or not doing what everybody else says works in general in street situations. Use the skill sets you're the most comfortable with, and that'll probably save you. Now, the fact of the matter is, kicking can be very, very effective in fights, and it can work at all three heights. You know, when I was in high school, one of my best friends got in a really bad situation with a guy. He spin hook kicked the guy, broke his jaw, won the fight. Bam, fight over. When I was in college, I knew a couple of Hapkido guys that got into some bad situations. One of them won a fight with a kick to the chest. The other one won the fight with a side kick to the kidneys. Bam, fight over, they won. And since coming to Japan, I actually knew a guy who won a fight by just winding up and just blasting a guy in the side of the leg. The guy lost his structure, he fell down, he couldn't get back up. Boom, fight over. And then afterwards, the guy actually crawled up to him and said, "Would you please teach me?" So, anyway, the point I'm making is that kicks can work really well in fights, but, you know, only if you use what you're good at. So that's my main point, and I hope that that is what you take away from this video more than anything. Okay? So this is Chuck. Thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you next time. Yosh!